And? Yeah, finish. Yes.
I wanted to ask you, Roger, you were mentioning a few times that we should trick our ego.
Yes.
And if you can give a few examples from your experience, how did you do it? And until what point we can carry on that? Because also I heard you telling that you cannot go on with that forever.
Of course you cannot. Yeah.
You have to step on your ego. How can we know that we are over it and that we shouldn't be? What are the signs that we can see?
When you can fight instead of tricking, when you can actually fight and you can defeat,
Yes.
then don't trick it anymore. Like for example, you like to eat candy. You cannot stop yourself. When you trick your ego, you're going to say to your ego, not to say to your ego, you cannot eat. You're going to say, you're going to eat later. And later you're going to eat just a little bit. You're tricking it. You understand?
Yeah.
You're going to do that. But once you become strong, then the time will come when your ego says, I want to eat. It says, no. Not necessary. We have kids, no? We know that especially when they are growing up, you cannot deal with them directly. You have to trick them all the time. Correct or no? I said, no, I don't want to do that. Okay, if you do this, then I'm going to give you this. Okay? Okay, then they do it. Correct or no? Yeah. And it's okay when they are kids. Imagine if they're 16 years old, you have to do that. That's a problem. They say, study. I don't want to study. If you study, then I'm going to give you $1,000. Okay, I'll study. How long is that going to last? Then that kid doesn't become a man. Correct or no? The kid is not responsible. So, you know, when you become strong, when you are strong enough, you say this tricking is not necessary now. And of course, the ego it's attacking you in so many different ways. Some things, like for example, candy, it's easy. Maybe for other things, it is very difficult. When those things that are very difficult for you to get rid of, then that's the time you need to trick it. Okay? He wants to do it, it says later. Yeah, I'll do it later. And you cannot, you have to be regretful and you have to be very sorry and to ask for forgiveness when you give in, let's say. You understand? But if you are strong and you say no, you'll find more strength coming to you. You find more strength when you're around people. When you're alone, very difficult. No. Always, you see. This is why the Ummah has always been being in Jamaat. Ummah doesn't mean you're separated into different nationalities, different families, different people, and one doesn't go into another. And you say, no, this is Turkish masjid, no Pakistanis. Pakistanis say, no, this Pakistani masjid, no Arabs. And the Arabs say, no, this Arab masjid, no Bosnian. Bosnians, forget about it. That's not what the Prophet brought. Prophet brought, and he broke down every wall through race. He broke down every wall through class. He broke down every wall also through language. Suhaib Rumi, he was coming from Rum. Hazrati Bilal, radiallahu anh, he couldn't even pronounce Arabic properly. He broke down everything and says, now come together. Because now don't look at all those different, look into the spirit now. And your spirits, you are the same. Because people who look at differences, they're still ahli dunya. Because we're only in this dunya, this short while. Before we were not in dunya. And when we were not in dunya, we were not Bosnians, Turkish, Arabs. We were not. All this is only happening in dunya. When we were spirits, we were ruh. We are not divided into nationalities, into different colors, into different class. We were all together. And those who are close to the spirit, they say, we want to live like that here. Because that's how we're going to live in the future. You understand? So, to be in Jamaat, that is important. Even when you're alone, that's when ego chasing you around, desires chasing you around. Then you start meeting someone, it just takes you out from that too. And then when you are together in company, it's going to be more difficult now. to be able to do those things, to think or to. But we follow the worst of the Western world. The worst, I'm saying, of the Western world. There is this thing they understood in the West, and it's in every, let's say, especially in literature. They're talking about it a lot. They've known this for a long time. And they say this happened since Industrial Revolution, around the time of the fall of the Khilafat too. They say this thing is called alienation. We become alienated from each other. No Jamaat, no things, alienation, you understand? From that time until now, everyone is suffering from alienation. So now, even if you are all together, you feel alienated from each other. Because you feel you are different from each other. Why you feel that you're different from each other? If there is no haqq, truth that is binding you, then that time you can be in a nation of millions or billions, and you're not going to be able to have any friend here or hereafter. No familiarity, no heart, no warmth. Ramadan, Islam is showing everything you do, it has to be in Jamaat. In fact, any worship that you do, if you do it in Jamaat, you get bigger rewards. Correct? You can say La ilaha illallah individual, but if you say La ilaha illallah in a Jamaat, Allah is saying, you're saying that, I will remember you in a bigger, higher Jamaat with the angels. You can pray alone, but praying in a Jamaat, it is better. Now Eid, you're going to pray Jamaat not only in masjids, now you're going to have, in the old days especially, whole town will come out. That's when Eid prayer, they say don't pray in a masjid. You're going to pray in a field, because that is the time, once, twice a year, whole town coming out. Yes, people used to come out, tens of thousands, not for concerts, not for football, not for cricket, not for all this foolishness of Akhir Zaman. They used to come out like that with the enjoyment. You understand? Not they coming out thousands, they feel, with enjoyment they were coming out, but they were doing it for Allah's sake. To pray, to have mawlid, to make zikr, to listen to qasidas, to listen to Quran recitation. That didn't happen one time, it happened for over 1,000 years. We lost that. Because we say we take the worst from the West and we say, no, we like this. We like this industrial revolution, we like all these things, we like all this alienation. It makes us to become modern. It's finished, because this is not in our fitrah. Ramadan, now you're going to fast everyone together. People always asking me, how can I keep up the spirit of Ramadan? I say, it's impossible, because it's not Ramadan. It's not. When you have the whole world, east, west, north and south, even there's a handful of people in a land, in a country, everyone is fasting, the rahmat is raining down, because everyone is now locked together. Imagine, fasting during the day, locked together, and Taraweeh at night, locked together now. Continuously. In the old days, it wasn't just Ramadan, they were doing it even before. They were doing it in Rajab, they were doing it in Sha'ban. And Ramadan is just this huge celebration. Then they say, prepare for Qurban. Prepare for Qurban, prepare for the Hajj now. So now the Hajj becomes even higher. Now it's not about celebration, eating so much. Now it's about Qurban. It's about sacrifice. It's about going to the Hajj and leaving everything, wearing the white. You are the Qurban. In fact, if you don't make Qurban when you go on the Hajj, is it accepted? It is not. The Qurban is supposed to substitute you. There are those who made that Qurban of themselves even before they step to take one step to the Hajj. Those are the real Hajjis. In the old days, that's what they did. Before they go to the Hajj, it's as if they died. They finish all their business. They tell goodbye to all their family. They say, if I don't know if I'm going to come back. Correct or no? And they put on that ihram. This is not my ihram, this is my what? Coffin. This is coffin, meaning that I'm dead. They don't go there to take selfie. It's finished. Now they're making tawaf and they're taking selfie and they're checking. You think any rahmat is going to fall? Of course it's going to be that way because those shaitanic ones make it to be like that. Because now you enter into the place, marble here, marble there, AC here, AC there. Everything is so beautiful. What's the difference between that and an airport lounge? They take out all the calligraphy and everything. They take out everything that over 1,000 years or longer than that the prophets they touch and they bless, that the awliya Allah they touch and they bless, the salihin they destroy everything and they put nice new things that has no connection. They even destroyed inside the Kaaba. They put Italian marble everywhere. So that people go there and they're just looking at the outside, but nothing is hitting them. In the old days, one person goes to the Hajj. He comes back because he's a Hajjah. Everyone kisses his hand inside because he's waving to the Hajar Aswad. The whole town, the whole city will be blessed by his presence and they change. Change for what? Change to make the Akhirat to become better. When the Akhirat is better, the dunya will follow. No problem. People today, they want to fix the dunya, but Akhirat is not coming. The problem now. You understand? So people who are going there, they don't feel moved. There's nothing. So there is no labaik. You're only saying labaik. You're saying, here I am, but I'm going to go. Here I am, but, oh, here's another message I have to. Here I am, but I have to take selfie how many likes I'm going to get. Yes, in the old days, they say, no. We're not going to make it to be like outside because this is haram. This is haramain. This is forbidden. So many things are. So now they may tell you, no, you cannot comb this, you cannot do that. But they're not taking the spirit now. You're not supposed to cut your fingernails. You're not supposed to wear things that are sewn. But you go there with your phone that is contained every conceivable haram inside. So you don't have this. In the old days, they make it to be rough a little bit because it's not supposed to be dunya. It cannot remind you of dunya. It has to remind you of Akhirat. That even the Janatul Baqi, the way that it's constructed and everything, all the tombs that were there for over 1,000 years, it was constructed like that. It was so beautiful. It was a garden from a garden of paradise. It doesn't remind them of this dunya. It must take you outside from this dunya. Now it's done. It's finished. There's no spirit there. So, we're living those times. Be patient. We must understand that it is wrong. We cannot like it. You understand? We cannot do anything. We must turn to Allah and say this, you're watching this, Ya Rabbi. Don't make me from them. Bring someone who's going to fix this. I cannot do this. That's what we should do. Inshallah.